Hey everybody, more on this walking kick that I was inspired to post about today. It actually stemmed from me being on the beach and observant, as I am. And there was this woman and her niece or granddaughter or whatever, and they were enjoying the beach as well. But this woman was walking on the rocks, and you could tell she was just not sure of her feet, was not sure of her ability to stand. And this was just on the rocks. There was a little bit of an incline. And so just watching her and observing how she's figuring out this environment. And she looked real unsteady. And her niece or granddaughter was not offering help, which I loved. I'm sure they have an agreement where it's don't help me kind of thing and just let me struggle. And it's fantastic. And so I'm watching. She's not in danger at all or anything else, and she's going. And then the waves, the tide starts coming in, and it starts hitting her ankles, and you can tell she's getting real unsure of it. But they're heading to the ocean to go swimming, and the niece has a boogie board, and so I'm like the Pacific, although on a calm day, is gnarly. I've never seen anything like it, and so I'm like, she is when she gets to about shin height. The ocean's going to completely take her out. So I was just going to observe what's going to happen. And she kind of sloshed her feet and was kind of going out. And sure enough, the waves got to above her knees and took her out. And she fell and she's laughing and she was enjoying her time. And her niece or granddaughter was laughing too. And well, then when this woman was floating, she became literally like a dolphin. I mean, she went out past the break and she was swimming out past everybody to the point that I was wondering if she was okay. There were lifeguards on duty and everything else, and her niece was riding waves and they were enjoying their time. And I was torn, as I am when I look at things through the lens that I look through. And no longer the lens of what people are selling to me, or selling to you, or the majority out there, even the majority of the minority who claims to get it, don't get it. And so it's one, she clearly enjoys the activity of swimming, and I fucking love it. I love seeing people enjoy their world. I love seeing them enjoy foods, enjoy people, enjoy activities, enjoy travel, enjoy exploration, enjoy falling, enjoy challenges, enjoy the uncertain. I just love it. I love all experiences that this life has to offer, and sensations. And then the opposite, when this woman gets out of the water, she's back into this struggle to locomote via her feet and legs in an upright scenario. And again, I don't know anything about this woman. I would have to talk to her and learn more about her. And you guys can say I'm judging or whatever. I don't really give a shit. But I'm just observing the majority of people you see this way. I can almost bank that she's been sold. She's presented to somebody with, I'm having trouble walking, or my legs and feet are numb. I'm having trouble controlling my feet and my toes. I can't feel them. There's swelling around my knees and ankles when I stand for long periods of time, or I'm starting to fall more often and it's scaring me. And then she'll present to a practitioner of some kind, and they will then say, well, you are 60 or 50 or 70 or 90. This is going to happen. Let's outfit you with better shoes, or let's get you braces or compression socks, or let's go ahead and get you on some sort of medication, or even worse, a supplement or herb that's going to go ahead and reduce or get in the way of inflammation, which is the healing response. So we already know that where this is headed. And let's go ahead and do a passive treatment like chiropractic care, or acupuncture, or homeopathy, or German new medicine, or whatever the hell, physical therapy with lasers and body work, and let's clear some stuff up, and let's do lymphatic massage because your lymph is stagnant. Let's go ahead. I mean, she just had the gamut run at her. And again, I don't know this woman, but I'm just banking on the thousands of opportunities I see daily, and then have seen in 23 years, and then continue to see around me, in and around me. and all corners of the globe with what's being offered. And so she's like, all right, I'm down. I don't like falling. I don't like not being able to walk. I like enjoying stuff. Clearly, I mean, this woman had this vibrancy of life that she wasn't done. But she had never been told the story that you can have both. You can swim like a dolphin and toe the earth like a leopard, or whatever animal we need to compare to, or just a fucking human. A human who can go anywhere she pleases, that she desires, that she's prepared to go. But nobody will go ahead and put her in a position and instruct her on why this is occurring, why her body would even respond this way beautifully, as a beautiful healing response to her life. Nobody. They would diagnose her. They would probably give her a neurodegenerative condition of some kind that she's not going to get out of, probably inscribe it on a cane, join Facebook groups that have that name attached to it, so you're sure not to fucking heal, because the groups are just going to perpetuate this victim name, label, all this stuff. And again, I don't know her. She could, regardless of what her scenario is, it can't be this way. And there is no reality where that's okay. Or that's just what you're dealt. This whole, well, you're just dealt with these cards. No, you can completely change and alter everything. And that's what the takeaway was for me, was how much she enjoys being in the ocean and swimming with her niece or granddaughter or whatever it was. She could earn back the ability to enjoy Earth, since a majority of her time is not spent swimming in the ocean. She's not having meals in the ocean. She's not preparing meals. She's not going to the bathroom in the ocean. That I understand. Maybe number one in the ocean, like all of us. But she's not driving a car and going and running errands in the ocean. She's not going to play activity and her life is not lived in the ocean, just like your life is not lived on a bike, or your life is not lived on a recumbent bike or on some sort of a machine of some kind, but it's lived with you freely moving upright on the earth, on different planes, on different surfaces. And it's on those surfaces that a lot of these things occur that end up kind of getting in the way and really defeating us. Falls on stairs, can't get up off the toilet, slip in a shower, can't carry things anymore to grocery store, can't cook for ourselves, can't open up things. I even know high-level athletes, if that's even a term, who can sprint and do all this fancy stuff, but they don't have any idea how to walk great distances without completely falling apart or fatiguing themselves. The basic essential of walking. Now, it's not just physical. Everything we went through to learn how to walk was preparing us emotionally, intellectually, mentally, spiritually for communication, for expression of emotions, for receiving of emotions, for communicating and engaging with other people, for feeding ourselves, for safety, for defense and victory, for everything. Not just, hey, we're walking. Bigger than that. Walking is an essential. Swimming, not so much. Walking is an essential. Biking, not so much. Walking is an essential. Surfing, not so much. Walking is an essential. Crawling and laying around in a bed, not so much. We sacrificed a lot of our own. Nobody told us this. This is why I know it's true. Is because we weren't taught it. We just grabbed it on our own. We earned it on our own. It was programmed into us from forever. However long ago you want to determine that humans came from, it's programmed into us that we walk. And you're going to give me some case, well, I have a child, or there's a case of it. It's not going to matter, because for every case you say that this doesn't apply, there's thousands of other cases that met what you're talking about and just prevailed through it, adapted through it. So it's frustrating to me to see that we can only experience joy on certain modes, right, in certain areas, and we're being sold the lie that age has anything to do with things. A condition is actually something that you are bad lucked in or dealt a bad hand in, and not a healing response that can be healed from all things, neurodegenerative or the impossible stuff. That medication, supplements, and herbs, and the balance beam of all that is the only way to go, with treatments and therapies and everything else, to mitigate your body's healing responses for as long as possible. And then you just continue to do the things that are so nerfed down to an evolutionary de-evolution level, like if you can't stand, sit; if you can't sit, lay, and just lay around on the earth until you don't exist anymore. And that I can't stand, because I would want for this woman the expression and joy and feelings that I could feel from her just swimming around in the ocean like a freaking dolphin, to exist when she comes out of the water and goes down the beach and up the stairs and on the asphalt behind a car wheel, and then to her home, whatever that may be. That is human design. That is what's in the cards. That's what I'm fighting for. Not this, well, let's just do the best we can. You know, your body is kind of flawed. It's fucked up. It is 50. It is 60. You did do this in the past, and you did do this, and you did have this, and your blood work says this, and your age says this, and you're nope. Not true, not true, not true. It's not a sentence. It's not a brand, you know, and that's something that has to stop. So that's where that post today birthed from. And again, I don't know shit about this woman, but I do know she was happy out there, and she wasn't standing. She was terrified walking, and that doesn't have to be that way. And so it needs to be flip-flopped, where we excel as walkers. Swimmers, I don't fucking know. I'm good enough to pull myself out of a riptide, good enough to swim across a lake, or good enough to wakeboard or whatever, right? Or I'm a fantastic walker. Spinning, I don't know, I'm just doing it because we're dating somebody, or I'm supporting the idiot who opened the spin facility in Encinitas, or whoever the fuck. That's a whole different story. I walk very well, and this sprinting thing, I got to get better at this. This is very hard for me to do. I walk very well, but this, you know, shuffleboard or basketball or whatever it is, the things that we like to do, but the foundation of all foundations is our ability to walk, and we need to be masters and attempt to be masters of walking first, everything else later. And if we can't, that's the body just screaming it needs help from you, that you need to change a lot, not just training. This is a great place to start, but change a lot to be able to take back your ability and heal enough to get to the level where you can walk yourself anywhere you desire, for as long as you desire, without failure, without fatigue, and without injury. And that is the human design.